Christ is the Lucifer. I was reading 2 Peter chapter 1 verse 19, and Peter was talking about Christ, and he used the word Lucifer in Latin. And I'm like, how did we get here?
I didn't know that.
Oh yes, check it. 2 Peter chapter 1 verse 19.
Right.
The word Lucifer was used. So I went to my English Bible. It was translated as morning star.
Right.
It was translated as day star in some versions. And I said, you know what? Let me do some investigation on this. Do you know that the word Lucifer was used 4 times in the Latin Bible? Twice in the book of Job, talking about God's power and prayer. Once in 2 Peter chapter 1 verse 19, that's the only one in the New Testament, and one in Isaiah chapter 14 verse 12, that spoke of the king of Babylon. Oh, how you have fallen from heaven, oh Lucifer. Do you know that by the time it moved to English, they only kept, oh, how you are fallen from heaven, oh Lucifer. All the other 3 translations had been changed. So I'm like, okay, let me start doing some researching. And I stumbled upon it.
It's Christ Lucifer. I've been watching videos in which people call Christ Lucifer because Isaiah 14 verse 12 said, thou hast fallen, O Lucifer, son of the dawn. Son of the dawn. Or compare it to 2 Peter 1 verse 19. They compared it together. Even Revelation 22 verse 16 said, Jesus Christ called himself the morning star. But is Christ Lucifer? That is the question. Okay, let us start with Revelation chapter 2. Revelation 22 verse 19. Revelation 22 verse 16. Sorry. Revelation 22 verse 16. This is what it says. I, Jesus, have sent my angel to testify unto you these things in the churches. I am the root and the offspring of David, and the bright morning star. Jesus Christ calling himself morning star. That is Lucifer. Okay, don't let us call it Lucifer, because this particular verse is written in Greek. It is called phosphorus. Phosphorus, because it is written in Greek. It was Saint Jerome that actually changed it to Lucifer. And in those days, Lucifer does not actually mean a bad thing. It means to illuminate, someone that brings light. That is what Lucifer means. But people later said it was Satan. But it means to bring light out, to bring out light. And in Greek, it is more seen as knowledge, like knowledge, someone that enlightens people. Someone that enlightens people. And light is seen as knowledge in Greek. Anything you see in Rome, yes, that the Romans do, it is, you have to look at the Greek culture, because the Romans copied almost everything that Greek did. They worshipped their gods. They did everything, almost what Greek did. So this bright morning star, in the original translation, it is phosphorus. And again, Latin, what Jerome copies is a copy of the Greek translation. It's a copy of the Greek translation. Yes, it's a copy of the Greek translation, not the original copy. Latin is just written for the original people. Yes, okay, there was a time in which Latin was the most dominant culture in all Europe. Yes, it was the church, because of they controlled almost all Europe, Roman Catholic Church. So the Bible was written in Latin, but it does not mean anything. It's just they just want to they allow their tradition to rule Europe, but the reformers fought for it, so they can now write Bible in English. Latin Bible, know this, Latin Bible is written for the people of Latin. Me, I don't speak Latin, I speak English and Yoruba. So I meant to read Bible in English and Yoruba. So Jerome wrote Lucifer. So that was what the King James Bible copied. The King James Bible took some of its translation from the Latin Bible, which it was much that time. But the original manuscript is written in Greek, and that's what John wrote, phosphorus. Now, this is it. Now, if you look at the sky early morning, you do see a star that shine, like early in the morning, bright morning star. The star that shine in the morning. Yes, that is what is called morning star or light bringer. Yes, in those days, during the Greek period, it was actually it was called phosphorus because it brings light. It was just a normal culture at that time. They see it as Venus. They call it Venus, like normal planet Venus, because it's the star that brought light down. It is the star that actually make the day dawn. That's why Isaiah 14 is called morning star, son of the dawn, because it brought the light down from the sky. It brought the morning down, the light that brought the morning down. So Jesus Christ is now calling himself the bright morning star. Why do you think Jesus Christ called himself the bright morning star? We have to go to the book of Genesis chapter 1 to actually understand this. Look at Genesis chapter 1 to understand this. This is what God says. And God said, let there be light, and there was light. And God saw that the light was good, and God divided the light from darkness. See, the light came from darkness when God started everything. The light came from darkness. And God called the light day, and in darkness he called night, and there was evening and there was morning. Yes, the light came out of darkness. The light that God said came out of darkness. And this light is different from the light of the sun and the moon. This light is different from the light, and the sun and the moon was created on the fourth day. Yes, that is what controls this physical realm. But this light is different from the sun and the moon. Okay, to understand this, let's open the book of John chapter 1. We all know that John chapter 1, but we are going to start from verse 4. This is what it says. John chapter 1 verse 4 says, in him was life, and the life was the light of men, and the light shineth in darkness, and darkness comprehended it not. So Jesus Christ was actually the light. This light that God brought, it was actually Jesus Christ. For God to know that everything he created was beautiful. That's what it is. That's what it is. For God to understand, to know that, to see that everything he created was beautiful. This time there was no corruption on earth, but Satan has already fallen. So there was no corruption on earth. So this is it. John chapter 1 verse 9 says that was the light which lighted every man that cometh into the world. He was in the world, and the world was made by him, and the world knew him not. So if book of Revelation 22 verse 16 called Jesus Christ the morning star, the Bible is right. Jesus Christ is the true morning star. So that's why I said it again. Lucifer means something that illuminates. But when they were writing it, I think Lucifer was not given as Satan that time. It was not Satan that time. It was not given to Satan that time, because I don't know how it started, but Christ calling himself morning star. Yes, it means that he is the light that brightens everything. He is the light of the world. He is the light that started everything. That is the meaning. That is the meaning of Christ calling himself morning star. When you look at the sky, like what I said before, you see Venus, you see the star. In the time of the Greek, it's called Venus. So the star that brought light, that is it. That's why Lucifer is called light bringer. It means light bringer. Now, if we read 2 Peter, I've actually explained it. I don't need, but let me open to 2 Peter chapter 1 verse 19. Actually, we have also a more sure word of prophecy, whereunto ye do well that ye take heed as unto the light that shineth in dark place, until the day dawn and the day star arises in our heart. This more means knowledge. Yes, it is more of knowledge. Yes, when we understand the revelation of God, yes, then we move from that place, which is more of ignorance, to a dart of light. That is understanding who Jesus Christ is. Because during the time, light means knowledge. To be enlightened means to have knowledge of a thing. So when you are in a dark, you are ignorance. Look at whereunto ye do well that ye take heed as unto a light that shineth in dark place. That ye take heed as unto a light that shineth in dark place. Someone that is being illuminated. Yes, illuminated. That shine in dark place. That is being different until the day dawn and day star rises in our hearts. This means to understand the revelation of Jesus Christ. This is more of understanding a revelation of Jesus Christ. Understand who Jesus Christ is. Yes, as unto a light that shineth in a dark place. So it means that to understand, take it to know. Yes, so that is it. Now let us now open to the book of Isaiah chapter 14. Isaiah chapter 14, verse 12. How thou art fallen, from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning. I said Lucifer means son that brings light, son of the morning. But this word, in the original translation, it means Helel ben Shachar. It means Helel ben Shachar. It means shining one, son of the morning, son of the dawn. That's the meaning. Helel ben Shachar. It was originally written in Hebrew, yes, before it was now translated to Greek to the Greek-speaking Christians. Then Jerome now wrote it. And meaning there's a copy of 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 a copy. So the Rome wanted a version in their own culture. They wanted a version in their own culture, so they wrote it. So it does not mean that the Latin Bible is actually the original Bible. Yes, all the Bible, as long as it speaks about Christ, it is original. As long they never took anything from the word of God, it is original. Yes. So, but this prophecy in Isaiah chapter 11 verse 12 is talking to two set of people. Look at, he's talking to first. This version in Isaiah 40 verse 12, look at, how thou art fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of morning. How thou art cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nation. For thou hast said in the heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of God. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the side of the north. Actually, this is a prophecy of when God's talking to prophecy of Babylon. Yes. Look at, funny thing about Babylon is full of pride. Yes, if you read from verse 13, there's a prophecy. The prophecy has been against Babylon till verse 14. It's a prophecy against Babylon. Now, the spirit that controls Babylon is the spirit of pride, which God does not like. Look at, from the beginning of the Tower of Babel, yes, man said, let us go and meet God. Let us go to heaven. And God saw that they would do it. God saw that they saw the pride in them, that they would actually come and meet them. You know what God did? God debased them and he humiliated them by giving them different languages. So everything that's full of Babylon is filled with pride. And the spirit that controls Babylon, yes, is filled with pride. Look at, for thou hast said in thy heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of God. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the side of the north. And I will ascend above the heights of the cloud. And I will be like the Most High. Now, this is a prophecy against Babylon and against the spirit that controls Babylon. Yes, it was what God has. It was what the spirit that controls Babylon has been putting in Babylon, in the king heart. Yes, for example, Nebuchadnezzar, the king of Babylon. Yes, when he was actually looking at what he has done, he said, it is I that did all these things. If there's an Hebrew version for what he said, an Aramaic version of what he said, but the Aramaic version, is actually full of pride. Do you know what God did? God debased him, yes, and made him like he has the heart of an animal. That is the highest form of God debased him to the lowest, to the extent that he has the mind of an animal, has the fingernails of an animal. That is pride. Look at what God said. Yet that shall be brought down to hell in the sides of the pit. That you shall be brought down into the. But the other verse says, the name of the dead. Yes. So this is the highest form of a nation. Look at, when the light comes, yes, when the true light comes, that Venus you see will disappear. More actually, if you look at this version, yes, Peter was actually talking to the people, Hebrew people, yes, but but actually, and this means it is actually a metaphorical statement. He was actually using that metaphor to explain it to the Greek-speaking people. So this Lucifer is different from the Lucifer in Matthew, in 2 Peter and Revelation. This Lucifer is one that is full of pride, which says in his heart that he's going to stay above the stars of God. Yes, but God said he's going to debase him. This is pride. But the morning star in 2 Peter and Revelation is the morning star of humility. That that put himself down for that put himself down to come to earth and to actually die for all men. But this one want to be like God. Like that's the same thing he did to Adam and Eve also. When he said that when if you eat, you'll be as wise as God. That is pride. That is pride. You know what God did? God sent them away from the Garden of Eden. God sent them away from the Garden of Eden. So that is food, that is pride. When they eat it, I do you know what God says? That man are now like us. And God does not want equality. God does not want strange knowledge. God does not want strange knowledge. So may the Lord bless his word in Jesus. So you understand the meaning of the Lucifer, the morning star in Psalm, in morning star in 2 Peter chapter 1 verse 19, and the morning star in Isaiah 14. The Lord bless his word in Jesus. I'm actually going to church. I just saw it online, so I just started to talk about it. The Lord bless his word in Jesus' name. I mean, this is up to like 14 minutes, but I'll try to edit it later.